for me, September 11th in Washington was a beautiful morning, and it was Tuesday. Fortunate for my family and I, we would say a prayer and hug each other every day before we left. But that morning I didn't get to do that because we were running late for whatever reason. So it was just a peck, got to go, and we all departed our separate ways. But our prayer was always bring us back together.
Colonel Marilyn Wills was working in the Pentagon, the headquarters of the United States Department of Defense, on September 11th, 2001.
About 9:36 or 9:37, somewhere along that time, all of a sudden you heard a loud explosion and the lights went out. We were in a new part of the building, so we thought it was some kind of problem with the construction.
That morning, as part of coordinated attacks, including that on the World Trade Center, a plane hijacked by al-Qaeda terrorists crashed into the western side of the Pentagon building.
A lady behind me who was holding on to me, she said, "Colonel Wills, I can't go any further." And I'm like, "Yes, you can. You can do this. We got to get out of here." And she said, "I can't." And I'm like, "Okay, just get on my back and I'm going to carry you, but we got to get out of here."
In the darkness, smoke and confusion, Colonel Wills carried the woman as well as leading several others towards the window to try and escape.
We finally got to the window and we started banging on the window in the Pentagon. It would not open. I could not look at this lady anymore. I knew we were going to die. And we just kept banging on the window. And E4 came to the window and he had a printer and he threw it in the window and it went break. And so at that point I just started praying, "God, just be with my girls. I'm gonna die." So he picked the printer up again and he threw it in the window and it just would not break. So me and another colonel and this specialist, we just kept pounding on the window. We used our feet and he threw the printer again and the window popped open, I mean, just enough like for a child to get through.
Through this tiny gap, Colonel Wills and his superior officer lowered people down to the rescuers below, making sure everyone with them got out.
So these men had built a human ladder. They had stepped on each other to try to get to that window to get us out. And so I finally got out and my colonel got out.
She was face, legs and back, damage to her arms and severe effects of smoke inhalation. Reunited with her family, her husband told her what had happened and that several of her co-workers had died.
My office mate was killed. The gentleman sitting in my chair was killed. There were 2 people in the meeting that I was in were killed. My senior officer, General Maud, at the time was killed. Our sergeant major. And many others that were killed just right there in our office. Because our office was right there that everybody see the impact on that second floor. But there were a lot of us who survived. And I'm here today. I'm here today. I'm in Afghanistan. I'm resilient, as all service members are. I've bounced back. 10 years is a long time, but for me, it's just like yesterday. That whole experience, I know I'll never forget. So I'm a walking history book, and it's okay. I'll accept that responsibility.
Colonel Wills helped to save the lives of 6 people that day and was awarded the Purple Heart for her bravery. Now 10 years on, she's in Afghanistan as the US Forces Commander Inspector General. That means she's key in making sure the mission, that started a decade ago, is realized and understood by every US soldier on the ground.
Around the 8th, 9th, 10th of September, it weighs heavy on me. And I do start to think about it. But I learned how to put it behind me and move on.
And part of moving on is having a deep connection with the mission here in Afghanistan and an understanding of why international forces are here.
You know, as I move about this country, I see the oppression, I see the destruction, I see the young children and girls who are uneducated. Absolutely, I understand why we're here.